What is going on, guys, and welcome to my Euro 2016 tournament predictions. Now, in my personal opinion, I think it's between three teams. I might be way off, it all completely depends on who plays and how the teams play, but I think it's going to be between France, Germany, and Spain. Now, people write off Spain because of the way that they've been playing in the last couple of years, and their team isn't as what it used to be, but I still think that they got a shout. Now, I think Germany are in close contention as well because of how strong their team is. You've got Neuer at the back, you've got Boateng, the up-and-coming left-back, which is Hector. Many players in there that can make a great team. You see Muller, he's been playing out of his skin this season. There isn't anything stopping them from doing it. Jumping into France, the hosts, I think out of any of the teams, I think they've got the best advantage. With it being on home soil and with the talent that they've got coming through with their team, I personally think they're going to do it. With the players that they've got coming through and the players that they've been playing for their clubs, like Pogba and Griezmann, the seasons they've all had, I think that they're going to take it. If we take a look at each group, starting with Group A, you've got France, Romania, Albania and Switzerland. I think without a doubt France will qualify through that quite easily. Then I presume, well, I think it's either going to be between Romania and Switzerland. Group B, you've got England, Russia, Wales and Slovakia. With the talent that England have got and the players that they've been playing this season, personally I don't think there's a chance that we can qualify. You've got Russia and Wales. I personally think that one of them two are going to qualify. And then obviously you've got the Rwanda 16, which one of them two, I'm not quite sure how it works, but one of the third teams will go through. Looking at Group C, you've got Germany, Ukraine, Poland and Northern Ireland. I think Germany will qualify quite easily. Then I think Poland, with Lewandowski at top, the amount of goals that he's been scoring this season, I think he can push them through the group. Whether he can go on further than that with them, I'm not too sure. Looking at Group D with Spain, Czech Republic, Turkey and Croatia. Now, I think Spain will have this group quite easily. You got Czech Republic, which are a good team. Turkey, they got some good players in there. I'm not really sure. I don't really pay much attention to how they play. And you've got Croatia. Now, who will get second spot in that group, I think is going to be between Czech Republic or Croatia, but I could be wrong. Now, looking at Group E, debatably one of the hardest groups for each team. You've got Belgium, Italy, Republic of Ireland and Sweden. Now, top spot, I think is going to be between Belgium, Italy or Sweden. It obviously all depends on who plays and how it gets played, but I think Belgium have got a massive shout with the talent that they've got coming through. Same as Italy. Now, Sweden's a bit of an iffy one. I'm not saying that one man holds the team, but everyone knows Zlatan is the main man of that team. Will he do good enough in that team? We will find out. Jumping into the last group with Group F, Portugal, Iceland, Austria and Hungary. Now, on paper, Portugal should smash this group. Got quite an easy group. Only debated side that you can see in there is Austria with the players that they got coming through, Arnautovic, Alaba, a few others. Now I think whether teams that are going to go through to qualify, I'm not sure. I think England are going to qualify. I think they're going to do quite well. With the youth that they got coming through, you got Rashford in the team. I think he's going to have a good run, but it all depends whether he gets played. I think Rooney in that team will hold him down quite well. Personally, I think France are going to be in the final, whether it's with Germany, whether it's with Spain, who knows? There might be an upset, and I hope that there is. It's always exciting watching a football that isn't, okay, France is going to win, so-and-so, so-and-so. Now we're going to jump into segment of the video. I don't know what I want to call it. It's the players that I think that should be looking out for. I've put it on the concept of FIFA, just so you can have an idea of who I think. Jumping into my team of the tournament segment of this video. Starting off, Lloris in goal. I don't think there's going to be many in contention other than De Gea. If he gets played over Casillas, I don't think there's going to be a better goalie in this tournament. You see the way he's been playing at Tottenham this season, I don't think that he's in contention with anyone else. Maybe Neuer, but it all depends on how Germany go. Moving on to our left back with Hector. Hector's an upcoming left back, plays in the German league, plays for, I think it's Copenhagen. I might be wrong in saying that. No, FC Köln. Fantastic player, got himself a team of the season. Him stood next to Boateng, and I'm not sure who else is going to play. I think it's Hummels that gets played in the centre back. Them two together, I think it's going to be an outstanding partnership. Whether they can hold the back line for Germany, I'm not too sure. Like I was saying, the connection with our first centre back, Boateng, I think with the pace and the youth of Hector, I think them two could link up quite well. Now, in terms of our other centre back, Chris Smalling, it was a bit of a debated one. I didn't know whether to put him in because of his recent injury scare, but he says that he's fit and he's ready to play. For United, he's been outstanding. Yes, we did place the best in the league, but he's been an amazing centre back. Jumping onto our final defensive position with Alderweireld. Now, for Tottenham, along with Lloris, he's had an outstanding season. Another player that managed to get himself a team of the season card. For Belgium, I'm not sure how far they can go. Like with many teams, I'm going to say in this, he's had an outstanding season, and I would like to have him at the back. First, centre midfield spot with Rooney. Now, like in my previous Talking Topics video, it all depends on where he plays. I think if he's to be played in a midfield position, just behind the striker or just in front of the midfielders, I think that's the role that he suits best at the moment. If he's to play up top, I think he's going to be taking one of whoever's positions it is, and I think it will just be a bad move. If he's to play in midfield, I think he'll have a good tournament. Jumping into our second midfield spot with Toni Kroos. Now, I don't think he gets enough credit, especially at Real Madrid as well, and especially with the international side. He's got players all around him that I think makes him look not necessarily as good as he is. For Real Madrid, he plays amazing. I liked him when he was at Bayern Munich, and I'm surprised he even got the move, but I think he's going to have a quality season as well. Third and final midfield spot on the field is Granit Xhaka. Now, he just recently got himself a move to Arsenal, which is massive. Switzerland, I'm not too sure how far they're going to go, where they haven't got the squad depth for, say, Germany or France. But I think he can do well in the qualifying, and he can get some points racked up for them. Onto our left wing position, I put in Payet. Now, I'm not really too sure about him playing on the left hand side. I've always known him to be a centre attacking midfielder, but got himself a team of the season card on the left wing, and I think with the way that he's been playing at West Ham this season, that no doubt in hell that he'll get a starting position. Jumping onto the right wing position, now one of my favourite players of the France team is Antoine Griezmann. Now, personally, I think the Golden Boot, which I'll get into after this, is going to be between him and Pogba. Obviously, depending on who goes through, who gets the final. But you know, he's a goal machine. He's going to be. I think he's going to be played out on that right midfield, right wing position. So whoever's up top, I think it's going to be Lacazette or Marshall. He can feed the ball through. Into our striker position with Müller up top. Now, if he's played in this position, I think he'll be able to get the goals. With looking at previous Germany formations, I think they've been playing Götze up top. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but it'll be interesting to see. Jumping onto the bench, first goalie, second goalie of the team, David De Gea. Now, I'm not exactly sure if he's going to get played over Casillas. Casillas has been quite good for Porto, if I believe. But if he's to get play with his youth and the way that he's been playing with Manchester United, there's nothing stopping him from getting Golden Glove. Immense goalie. I think he's one of the best goalies in the world. I think he's in contention for how young he is. I think he's going to be better than Neuer. Just a personal opinion. Moving on to our left back with Rodriguez. Switzerland left back, plays for Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. Quality player. Made a bit of a mockery of us, as us being Manchester United in the Champions League. I think he's going to have a good tournament. Moving on to the next position with Gareth Bale. Now, the Wales haven't exactly the best of teams. I think quite a lot of it is going to be pumped through him. And for the sakes of the tournament and who he's got in qualifying, obviously it's England, I think he might have a good qualifying run. Moving on to the next position with Paul Pogba. Now, depending how he's played, depending on what role he's played, I think he could have a quality tournament. Between him and Griezmann, I think it's between one of them two who's going to get Golden Boot. Now, not saying that he's going to get all the goals, and I think that's how the Golden Boot works, but he could be the leading factor to France winning the Euro 16. Busquets, however much I fucking hate this bloke, you can't knock his credibility. He's consistent across all boards. He's consistent with Barcelona and he's consistent with Spain. That's all I really have to say about him. We'll move on. Ferreira Carrasco. Now, I don't really know much about this player. I don't really pay attention to him, but the season he's had at Atletico Madrid this season has been quite good. The way that he was playing in the final against Real Madrid, nothing stopping him to get a play in Belgium and for them to progress slightly. Like I was saying earlier about Lewandowski is a goal machine. I think he's going to ease Poland through the qualifying groups easy. Now for these last 5 positions, you've got Ramos, Alaba, De Bruyne, Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic. Now for me, these 5 is a bit of a wild card. Now Ramos, he consistently gets yellow cards. He's a bit aggressive. Some like that in a player, some don't. Alaba, he's not in the best of teams. Austria, I don't see them going very far. Depending where he's played, if he's played in the defensive line or he's played in the midfield, who knows. Kevin De Bruyne obviously recently come back from an injury at Man City. He could work, it all depends on how they're played. Obviously I don't know the lineups, I don't know how they're going to be played, but he could bag himself a few goals. Now Ronaldo, everyone's ranting and raving about how far he's going to go and how he's going to take Portugal through. Personally, I don't believe that there's such thing as a one-man team. The Portuguese team, you look at the other day, they scored 7 goals, beat us. I know it's only Estonia. They won 7-0. You don't see many players, and he got subbed off at halftime. You got to remember this. Last but not least, Ibrahimovic. Now, Sweden, like Portugal's a bit different because they got more players in their team, but I think Sweden, they're going to struggle. However good Ibrahimovic is, if anyone can remember the insane overhead he scored against Joe Hart a few years back, there isn't anything stopping him from progressing. But these 5, to me, they're a bit of a wild card, so that's why I haven't put them in the first team. Now my Golden Glove, best goalie of the tournament, is either going to be between Lloris and De Gea if he plays. Now it's a bit hit and miss. Obviously you don't know the full teams and who's going to play, who's not, but that's my personal prediction. Now Golden Glove / best player of the tournament, I think is either going to go to Paul Pogba or Antoine Griezmann. I don't really have to explain much about that. And if I'm to switch it from France, it's either going to be between Muller and Griezmann, the Golden Boot. Now, where England are going to fit and where they're going to get knocked out, or whether they go through the final, I'm not too sure. I would like to say they'll get to the semis, but we all know that England in the national team isn't the best. But we shall soon see. It's kick-off today. The France game is at 8 o'clock, I think. I'm all ready to go out. I'm going to put this video out hopefully before that, and we shall soon see. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, please do drop it a thumbs up. Lets me know that I'm doing the right things. And until next time, I'm gone.